Several years ago, I watched this um, on YouTube. I knew the story of Meruem. I just basically was going through some YouTube videos and I watched it and I know how the story ended. So I still remembered fragments of it, but I didn't know anything about the entire story of the anime. So I've been watching this Hunter anime, Hunter x Hunter anime from start all the way now, and just finished episode 135, this person and this moment. You know, I know it, so I've been spoiled about it, but it's amazing how much it affects me. Like, I remember those exchange of words between Komugi, like Meruem keeps calling Komugi and Komugi responding like, yes, I'm here. And then Meruem says, can you hold my hand? I will just take a nap and wake up again. And she does that, and he says, will you call me by my name? And she does. It's amazing that how you know the backstory, that suddenly has so much deeper meaning. So it actually doesn't matter much that I have been spoiled. This arc, which is just, I think, is ending. Wow. So I now believe that Hunter anime is way above average. In fact, it's quite artistic. So I started this anime thinking that this is just some fighting based anime and I will just have some power up moments and then that will be that. There were a couple of power up moments, but those moments were just little moments. Actually, those were there to cap the culmination of all the narration, all the depth that was built up. And now finishing this episode 135, I can say that this the way they conclude this end arc is amazing. So I knew that. I remembered that there was this explosion at the end of their fight with Netero, basically dying and trying to kill Meruem, and Meruem almost died, but then his royal guards revived him, but he was actually poisoned, and it was only a matter of time when he was going to die. And the anime shows us that he, like Netero said, he was basically part ant and part human, so therefore he was basically fluctuating between his human side and ant side. And at the end, especially in this episode, we see that Meruem became a human. In fact, humans are worse than ants. We don't just eat and consume other things, we also consume each other and war and pollute the world and such. So it's amazing how the anime takes you from the perspective of the protagonist, and you initially like dislike these villains who are just killing humans and such, and then at the end, once it finishes and gives so much character and depth to them, now you feel so sad parting with them. And it's also sad that Komugi dies. Komugi was a character who was only doing shogi, I guess is the name, and she wouldn't probably have anything else left with her after Meruem died. And the thing is, Meruem is poisoned, and the poison also poisons nearby living organisms. So, and Komugi accepted this fate. Now that I know the backstory, now that I know how we get there, this scene of Komugi and Meruem last time, it it hits deep. Wow. I didn't think I was going to be affected because I have been spoiled by it, but yeah, it hit hard. So, and it was a special episode with the intro not being there, I think, and the ending song also not being there. Just the credits were rolling, but it was such a sad ending for a villain who was so vicious, so without remorse and without empathy initially. He was born as an ant king, but he died as this sensitive, as this basically humane human. And he was actually bowing down in front of Palm just to ask that Palm says the location of Komugi. Wow, I felt sad. Yeah, this anime is amazing. Uh, if you are watching this and you have watched it, you know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't watched this anime, Hunter x Hunter, you should watch it. Wow, that's amazing.